You're listening to Jerry Royce Live Worldwide Podcast.
I'm not just a man. I'm not just a man. God knows who I am. I'm spirit, yes I am. I'm not just a man. I'm not just a man. Oh, I'm not just a man. Yeah. God knows who I am. I'm spirit, yes I am. Oh, I'm not just a man. My body is made of clay. Then God breathed the breath of life in me. That means that I am the breath of life. My body is the temple of the living God. That means that I am the living God. I'm not just a man. Oh, I'm not just a man. God knows who I am. God knows who I am. Yes, I am. Spirit, yes, I am. I'm not just a man. Jesus said that we would do greater things than even He. That means the same Christ in Him. It lives in me. My flesh, it may get weak, but my spirit is strong indeed. So when in doubt, just shout it out. I am that I am. I am that I am. Oh, I'm not just a man. Oh, I'm not just a man. Listen, you need to tell yourself this. I am the breath of life. I am the living God. I have the Christ in me. I am that I am. I am the breath of life. I am the living God. I have the Christ in me. I am that I am. Oh, I am the breath of life. I am the living God. I have the Christ in me. I am that I am. I am the breath of life. I am the living God. I have the Christ in me. Oh, I am the breath of life. The living God. I have the Christ in me. Just a man. I'm spirit, yes I am. I'm not just a man.
You are listening to Jerry Royce Live Worldwide Podcast.
Can you feel the power? Positive Power 21. He's been often imitated, never duplicated. Some call him the David Letterman of late night. Some call him the Arsenio Hall of Gospel. Feel the power. Positive power. Jerry Royce.
Can you feel the power? Can you feel the power? Feel the power of double XI.
You are listening to Jerry Royce Live Worldwide Podcast. You are listening to Jerry Royce Live Worldwide Podcast.
All right, everybody. It's worship time. Praise Him. It's praising time. You know why? Because He's been good to us, people, humans. All right, all right. Welcome, welcome. It's your friendly neighborhood Batman. All right. Quick shout out to Total Life Changes. Shout out to WealthDebtsSystem.com. www.lose5poundsin5days.info. Check them out. Lose5poundsin5days.info. That's right. Be feeling good, y'all. NRG. Check out the website. My energy, brain power. All right. We'll talk about my sponsors later. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and welcome to PositivePower21.org Christian Media. And you're listening to Late Night with Jerry Royce Live, and my co-host. They call her the Faith Walker. No, she can't walk on water, but she does have a lot of faith. And they call her Joyce White. And you can find her on Survival Radio and Double XI, iTunes, and Spreaker Radio Network. Can you feel the power? Can you feel the power? Come on, y'all. Y'all can feel the power. He was good to you. He got you up. I know you was in pain this morning. I know those bones was hurting. and the blood just wasn't flowing to the brain. But he's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I'm your host, Jerry Royce Live, a.k.a. Minister of Radio in Owings Mills, Maryland, outside of Baltimore and Eastern Shore, Maryland. All right, everybody. We all need to be lifted up and encouraged at all times. The Bible is a great source for encouragement. The Bible is the living word of God. It feeds us through the promises of God found in Scripture. In Philippians 4:7 reads, always be full of joy in the Lord. I say it again, rejoice. And let everyone see that you're unselfish and considerate all you do. Remember that the Lord is coming soon. Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God your needs and don't forget to thank Him for His answers. If you do this, you will experience God's peace, which is far more wonderful than the human mind can understand. His peace. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Can you feel the power? Can you feel the power? Can you hear me, y'all? Welcome to Positive Power, Double XI. And tonight, our special guest is Paula G, the voice from Atlanta. That's right, she shared the same territory with the Faith Walker. And we're going to have a good time, y'all. And then coming up at 10 o'clock, we got John Deshay. That's right, he's going to show you in 7 videos how to become a millionaire. It's all up to you how you grind. That's right, nobody going to hand you $1 million. You got to earn it. So get out there and use your spiritual gifts and your wisdom and earn yourself $1 million or more. All right, everybody, I'm Jerry Royce Live. I'm your host for tonight. Thank you for joining us. And I appreciate you guys. You know I do. I love you guys, and thank you for helping us hold down this internet radio. Because it's so competitive out there, y'all. I didn't realize how many internet radio stations it was until I was invited to a group called a Promoters Alliance, I think it's called. Yeah. So they always doing stuff like promoting artists and radio stations and stuff like that. And it's, it's a good thing. And it's a lot going on out there, discussion. I'm going to bring Joyce out in a minute. I got to check and see if Joyce is here. Sometimes Joyce don't never let me know when she's not coming. And she's not here yet. All right, I got to find out what's going on with Joyce. But anyway, you got me and you got Paula G at 9:30. Paula G is working on something, but she'll be here shortly. All right? And it's all good. What's going on, Patrice Jackson? What's up, Tina Hobson? That's right. Superwoman, she decided not to fly. I don't know what happened. She decided to take the train. That's all, Super. But maybe she just wanted to be grounded and find out what's going on here. What's going on here on Earth. She want to hear what the people are thinking. What's going on in their thoughts. Because there's a lot going on right now. We got these family of storms hitting us in the South. All of our beautiful Caribbean islands. That's right, our brothers and sisters getting slammed. And then we got the threats going on between the big powerhouse countries. That's right. Rocket Man is scaring the big boss up in the White House, number 45. Yeah. I think number 45 just want to try to start something before he get fired. Because he knows time is coming. They got him now. Because I don't know. It was kind of crazy the other day. He gave a shout out to Russia. Yeah, he only named 2 countries, China and Russia. That was kind of weird. I don't know if I would have done that if I'm on an investigation. He gave him a shout out. Yeah, that was crazy. I guess he just bold like that, y'all. You got it like that, you got it like that. All right, y'all. Don't forget about our sponsors. That's right. Lose 5 pounds in 5 days.info. Danette Watson. I'm definitely they sold me on it. Total life changes, man. I take the Slim AM drink, which supercharges me, get me out the door. Yeah, because my bones been hurting lately. I had to switch back to my other medication, and it just hasn't been. Now I remember why I stopped taking them. I did like the price. The price was convincing, but the pain. It's like the pain, man. I woke up in pain like 2 days in a row. It's unbelievable. And the reason why I'm up to this is because we're at the point in our life when you start getting over 35, and like me and many other of my colleagues, we played sports. Yeah, I mean, sometimes we played like 3 sports in one day. Yeah, we used to do a lot of that primetime stuff when we was growing up. And it catches up with you when you get older. And especially when you get older, you get a little heavier. And right now, it looked like almost 1 out of every 6 people got diabetes. And it's the big secret. And speaking of the big secret, we have a brand new show, brand new podcast. This will be starting this Sunday at 9 p.m. That's right. We're going to be talking to people across the world. That's right. I think my first guest is from South Africa. Her name is Alicia. And Alicia had a story. Man, it was so compelling. And she young. I'm going to tell you how bad this was. This young girl was diagnosed with diabetes when she was 14. And as she got older, she met new people, across the path. And they thought she had an issue of a disorder eating habit. And so our doctor and them decided to send her to a hospital to take care of her eating disorder, which I think she stayed like 7 days, if I can remember the story correctly. And meanwhile, they found out that she didn't have a disorder. She had something going on with her stomach. And, of course, meanwhile, I think they were evaluating her for psychiatric issues. But, the general practitioners, they do misdiagnose you. It's a lot they don't know about. They're not endocrinologists who specialize in thyroids, issues and complications with diabetes. Because there's so many different parts of it. I didn't know that. You got the uncontrollable kind, and then you got one where your body becomes brittle, which means that you can be at a normal blood glucose level at 90 mgs, I think, UGs, and it'll just spike up or spike down 25, just like that. And I mean, your body going to be tail spinning into something bad. And it's not good for the body overall. So I'm finding out all this stuff from these people. Some of these people actually hooked up the machines, which they carry around all day. Some of them have been that way since they were young. Then I'm finding out that type 1 is not actually something that can happen when you're born. It can happen later on, like when you're 14 and stuff like that. So just to say all of that, y'all, it's like, it's a lot going on out here where people don't understand about their eating. What are we really doing? So anyway, I'm not going to get into it right now because this is Positive Power Late Night Radio. We're going to be talking to the podcasters tonight, and we're going to talk to a businessman. But if you want to find out more about this disorder, come on out on Sunday at 9 o'clock. And the name of the show is called The Big Secret, Living with Diabetes, okay? And like I said, I'll be talking to people who are living with this across the world. It's not just a U.S. thing. Also, what's coming up is so awesome. Yes, super, super awesome. We got Dr. Trenell Stewart joining us. That's right. She's going to be joining us in October. She got a late night radio show on Tuesday, following right behind Dr. Paul Kelly and Marcia Kelly. Now you guys remember Pastor V used to give a mean Bible study board. She used to give it up. Love me some Pastor V, Misfit Pastor V too. Her and her son produced the show. I mean, you can tell they really planned this thing because it was a spinoff from their Wednesday Bible study. So on Thursday, she was all ready for it. She was all warmed up, ready to go. And, Pastor V used to hit a home run out the park. But Dr. Kelly is also awesome. And I can see Pastor Singleton really respect him because she was really excited in the chat room. He was throwing down. If you want to hear excellent Bible study, I know some of us, we tried it. You go like 2-3 times in a row, and once you miss that second and third Wednesday, you're done. You back to watching Blackish or something on Wednesday nights, whatever you was watching. So anyway, with all that said, join us on Tuesdays at 9:15 and 10:15 with Dr. Paul Kelly and his wife, Marcia Kelly. And then following behind him at 10:30 will be Dr. Trenell Stewart. And it's so exciting because she has a lot of connections out there in the industry. She manages independent gospel artists and other entrepreneurs. So it's going to be so interesting. She has a podcast right now on Blog Talk Radio, but she want to step up to the XXI. It's going to be awesome. So we're going to be engineering that show for her. All right. And also on Thursday, which is tonight, and we missed that tonight. Fortunately, we did because I found I had to pick my daughter up from work. They had a schedule to work today because school was out. we have Pastor Clarence Jackson III, Pastor Jack. Happy Hour with Pastor Jack. And you're talking about another awesome Bible program. Yes, Pastor Jack, his team of podcasts. Now, he haven't had the girls on a while since school started because I think they teach and do things like that. But him and Pastor Sam Brown do an excellent job. They've been having guests lately, people that they went to college with down south, and they bringing them on the podcast. Powerful program, and you got to check them out. Happy Hour, Pastor Jack. And if you miss these programs when they running live, it's okay. It's okay. You can catch these programs at 5, starting at 6 o'clock in the morning. That's right. And they run all the way through lunchtime. And then we start up the music program after lunch. So you can catch about 6 or 7 programs. And each one of them run between an hour to 30 minutes. So usually we run about 6 programs. You're talking about, we got about 2, I think Dr. Angie coming off Elation Radio. We got Elder, his program, and we run Dr. Gibson, and we run another gentleman named Chronosius. I think his name is like that, something like that. We run his show off Elation Radio, and then we also run Pastor John Ross, another individual that have a powerful Bible study. Woo. He has some powerful guests too. So another individual, and he just joined us too. That's right, Pastor John Ross, and he has a phenomenal testimony. I mean, this guy actually walked away for a bit. I think he's actually a musician, if I'm not mistaken. If I remember his testimony, I hear so many of them. And last night was a powerful show. But not getting away from our other podcasts. But I think that's it. So come on out in the morning. You can listen to us on your smartphones or your Bluetooth in your car. Come on out to Spreaker Radio, or you can go out to the iTunes app, which you can get off the podcast. You go to your podcast app and you can download everything off iTunes. You can get Pastor Joel, you get Pastor Myers, you get Pastor TD Jakes, Creflo Dollar, you name it. All of them there. And we're there right there with those guys. Okay? That's right. Positive Power is right there with them, with the big boys. That's right. The big double XI is rolling with the big dogs. So come on out and check out Elation Radio. You get Serenity Radio with Michelle Evans talking about detoxification, the paleo diet, and things like that. She have experts on there talking about how to have a vegan diets and all kinds of things out there. Good information from her podcast. And Miss B is back too. Miss Benita Claiborne is back from Storm Talk 365. She's back on Elation Radio. And also you can catch Real Issues. You catch Real Issues with Pastor Rhonda. That's right, Dr. Rhonda Bellows. That's right, you catch her podcast too. And you usually have a couple women on there talking about issues that's going on in the women world. That's right. All right. So that's pretty much it. So like I said, tune in around 6:30 and catch those podcasts. We normally have it up and running, and they run until noon. And then sometimes we run them at night too, so you can catch them. Also, after this podcast, we run those shows back up. You're on the West Coast time. I know a lot of you guys listen to us from Kadem Radio. Kadem Radio picks up Late Night with Jerry Royce Live, and also Elation Radio carry this podcast too. So we appreciate you guys. All right, look like the Faith Walker not coming in. So let's go ahead and music and find out what's going on with her. And so let's listen to a guy we had on the show last night. All right, and we had he called himself Yaya. Yaya was here, Gerald Brown, and this one is called "I'm Not Just a Man." No, my bad, I played that one already. It's called "Catch the Flyer." Catch the Flyer. Yeah, Catch the Fire. That's what it's called. Catch the Fire.
The time has come, and the time is now to leave all your worries in the past. All of the hurt, all of the pain, all of the shame, all of the guilt, doubt, and worry. Come on! Catch the fire, catch the fire. Run the fire, run the fire. Shout the fire, shout the fire. Catch the fire. Catch the fire, catch the fire. Light the fire, light the fire. Feel the fire, feel the fire. Catch the fire. Come on! Catch the fire, catch the fire. Run the fire, run the fire. Shout the fire, shout the fire. Catch the fire. Come on, catch the fire, catch the fire. Light the fire, light the fire. Feel the fire, feel the fire. Catch the fire. We are one. We are one with the one. The universe conspires to give us our desire. So we cast our burdens in the bowl of flame. We can fly. We can fly higher. We can fly. Oh, we can fly. Come on, catch the fire. Hey, come on and walk with me. Say, yeah. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Catch the fire, catch the fire. Run the fire, run the fire. Oh, shot the fire, shot the fire. Catch it, catch the fire. Come on, catch the fire, catch the fire. Light the fire, light the fire. Feel the fire, feel the fire. Come on, catch the fire. Catch the fire, catch the fire. Run the fire, run the fire. Oh, shot the fire, shot the fire. Catch the fire. Come on, catch the fire, catch the fire. Light the fire, light the fire. Feel the fire, feel the fire. Catch the fire. We are one. We are one with the one. The universe conspires to give us our desire. So we cast our burdens in the bowl of flame. We can fly higher, higher. Catch the
How you
You're
doing,
listening.
everybody? I'm Nina Taylor, and here is your gospel news. From Nashville, Tennessee, the Gospel Music Association, GMA, presents the 48th Annual GMA Dove Awards. The award show will be held live in Nashville, Tennessee at Lipscomb University. Founded in 1964, the Gospel Music Association serves as the face and the voice for the gospel Christian music community and is dedicated to exposing, promoting, and celebrating the gospel through music of all styles, including pop, rock, praise and worship, urban gospel, R&B, hip-hop, southern gospel, bluegrass, country, Latin, and more. The GMA community includes agents, artists, church leaders, managers, promoters, radio personnel, record company executives, retailers, songwriters, and other industry visionaries. GMA produces the GMA Dove Awards and Immerse. For more on supporting the GMA or becoming a member, please visit their website at www.gospelmusic.org. Trinity Broadcasting Network, TBN, will exclusively air this year's Dove Awards. The GMA Dove Awards celebrates the contributions of artists from every style of Christian gospel music. Top nominated artists include Zach Williams, Lauren Daigle, Chris Tomlin, and Kirk Franklin. Nominees are determined by over 1,500 professional members, and winners will be voted on by the entire GMA membership of nearly 2,500. In the gospel category, Artist of the Year nominees include CeCe Winans, Kirk Franklin, Tamala Mann, Tasha Cobbs, and Travis Green. Brianna Barbineau is nominated for New Artist of the Year. One of the brightest voices on today's gospel scene belongs to newcomer Ruth LaAntra. The 21-year-old vocal powerhouse is among a cool clique of young female singers such as Tasha Cobbs, Jacqueline Carr, and Alexis Spite, who are collectively flexing their girl power and making room for themselves at gospel music's male-dominated welcome table. Though young in age, LaAntra is a seasoned veteran who's experienced her share of heartache and pain, but has sang her way through the tears. LaAntra's life has been a roller coaster of highs and even more highs over the last year. She bankrolled her own 3-song EP, put it up on iTunes, and watched the cyberbuzz heat up around her soulful vocals and contemporary sound. Then one of the songs from it, I'm in Love with a Man, a love song to God, was featured in the motion picture Inequity. The North Carolina native's been singing since the age of 2 when she discovered the song Joyful Joyful from the movie Sister Act 2. The Flint Cavaliers, Stellar and Soul Train Award nominees from Flint, Michigan, a quartet town. This group demonstrates their faithfulness to the traditional style that's brought them through, whether delivering a drive tempo song, slow burners, or selections that evoke the 70s sweet soul. The group stays grounded in the practical wisdom of the old church. The Brown Boys began as the Brown Boys Gospel Singers, a group formed during the 1980s in their native town of Freeport, a village just south of Long Island. The group, including siblings Curtis, Dennis, and Willie Brown, along with their cousin Joe Williams, changed their name during the late 90s to reflect their contemporary sound, though they continue to draw from traditional gospel, soul, and funk. They issued albums such as Jump for Joy in 2005, Harvest Time in 2009, The Evolution in 2012, and even though they released their work on independent labels, most frequently on Black Smoke, the group has hit Billboard's gospel albums and singles charts numerous times. One of their most popular songs, It's Alright and Better Days. Here's your Billboard Top 10 singles in the country. Number 10, Brian Poppin with I Got Out. Number 9, Ty Tribbett, Work It Out. Number 8, Troy Sneed, Kept by His Grace. Number 7, Charles Jenkins featuring Leandria with Grace. Number 6, William Murphy, Everlasting God. Number 5, Travis Green, You Waited. Number 4, Anthony Brown and Group Therapy, Trust in You. Number 3, Kirk Franklin, My World Needs You. Number 2, Dietrich Haddon and the Hill City Worship Camp with A Billion People. And number 1, once again, from Tamala Mann with Change Me. Well, that's your Billboard Top 10 songs and your gospel news. I'm Nina Taylor. Remember, you can write me at The Gospel News at thegospelnewswithnina@gmail.com. Until next time, let's get back to more great gospel music on this great station.
I was in a Sunday afternoon service, and one of the mothers stood up and said, "Saints, it's going to be a meeting in the air." When the mother said that, it reminded me of what the Bible says. The dead in Christ shall rise first, and those that are alive and remain shall meet the Lord in the air. It's going to be a meeting in the air. All the saints will be there. Those that died in them, those that are alive and remain, shall meet the Lord in the air. Sing it again, children. Gonna be a meeting. Hallelujah. All the saints are gonna be there. Those that died in them, those that are alive and remain, shall meet the Lord in the air. I wanna be in the meeting. I wanna be in that meeting. I wanna be in the meeting when all the saints get home. After separation of the right and the wrong, I got to be in that meeting around the throne. Gonna be a meeting. All the saints will be there. Those that died in him, those that are alive and remain, shall meet the Lord, yeah, in the air. When we all get to heaven, when we all get to heaven, what a day of rejoicing that will be. When we all see Jesus, when we all see Jesus, we'll sing and shout the victory. Gonna be a meeting. All the saints will be there. Those that died in him, those that are alive, and those that remain, shall meet the Lord in the air. I don't mean to be nosy. I don't mean to be nosy. But anybody going back with Jesus? Anybody going back with Jesus? Anybody going back with Jesus? When he comes out again, anybody going back to Jesus? Cause you've been freed from sin. Anybody going back to Jesus? When he comes back with the shout. Anybody going back to Jesus? When he comes back in the cloud. It's gonna be a meeting. Trouble will be over. Heartaches will be over. There'll be no more crying when we get in that meeting. There'll be no more dying when we get in that meeting. No more heartaches when we get in that meeting. No more tears when we get in that meeting. No more fears when we get in that meeting. No diabetes, no high blood pressure. On the resurrection day, I'm gonna walk through the pearly gates. I'm gonna walk the streets of gold. I'm gonna touch some precious stones. There won't be no days, and there won't be no nights. For the glory of the Lord will be shining bright. I'm gonna see Jesus, the one that went away to prepare for me a place, so that I can be with him always. Singing, we get in that meeting. They'll be shouting when I get in that meeting. They'll be dancing when I get in that meeting. Come on, clap your hands. Come on, clap your hands. Some of y'all still not dancing. Dance like you're gonna dance when you get the glory. Come on, dance.
Hi, this is Nina.
Hi,
Taylor
this is
from
Larry
the Gospel
W.
News.
Robinson with your gospel.
Oh, okay. Robot did that, y'all. I was trying to push a button, and Robot was trying to push a button. Everybody can't push a button, Robot. All right, y'all. It's me, Jerry Royce Live Worldwide, your minister of radio. Tonight, I'm joined by Paula G, the voice. You guys know her. You guys know her from Survival Radio, the Paula G Show, and you know her from Quiet Storm. at midnight with Jerry Royce Live Worldwide. That's right, our music video show, which is doing very, very well. A lot of participation with that. We get a chance to introduce new music videos and all that good stuff. All right, so let's talk about Paula G real quick. All right, hold tight, y'all. All right, Paula G. All right, Paula G. She holds a master's degree in education with a concentration in school counseling. She is certified K-12 school counselor and has worked in education for almost 20 years on a high school level. She currently works with at-risk youth. Paula is passionate about education, believes that every student deserves the opportunity to be successful by whatever means most appropriate to suit their needs and circumstances. Paula is a voiceover talent, media correspondent, and moderator. Her voice has been described as a voice of comfort, care, intent with a sound that suggests a smooth jazz feeling. She believes in giving back to her community and does so by volunteering with the Georgia Radio Reading Service, which is an internet radio station for the blind and visually impaired. She does live broadcasts and audiobook recordings for the studio. Paul is also an active board member of the Hank Stewart Foundation in Atlanta, Georgia, which believes in strengthening the whole child, mind, body, and soul. She mentors young men and women in becoming successful, productive members of society. Paul is a radio personality and the host of the Paula G Show on Survivor Radio Network. The show seeks to expand the mindset through worldwide conversation, and Paula G also co-hosts the Quad Storm with Paula G and Jerry was live on Friday evenings on Positive Power, XXI Christian Media. And Paula's interviewed men and women who are making a difference in the community and society. She has an impressive roster of individuals that have been interviewed that includes Wendell Pierce, Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, Alfred Emmett Jr. of Black Enterprise Magazine, and former American football running back Willis McGahee. Yeah, I like Willis. That was my man. He used to be on the Ravens. Just to name a few. Paul's an avid fitness participant and believes that we must take care of our temple, our bodies, that God has given us. She has a rigid weekly training routine, rarely misses a training session. She's a former military spouse for 23 years. She's a mother and grandmother and resides in Atlanta. All right, Paula says the greatest conversation you ever have is the one that takes place in between your ears. What are you speaking to yourself, and is he part of that conversation? All right, Paula G, the voice, is with me. Jerry was live. You know, we always hang out. And, you know, Paula's like my Facebook wife too. She keeps me in line. But I've been acting pretty good, ladies. All right, let's talk to Paula G. What you got to say, robot?
You are listening to Jerry Royce Live Worldwide Podcast.
Give her a clap, robot. Paula G. What's up, wifey? How you doing?
Hey. Hey, you said you have been behaving yourself lately. That's a matter of opinion.
I'm the Batman. Batman got to do something. I can't keep you guys bored.
That's a matter of opinion.
I got to do my thing. You know, I'm helping people
So
and
true.
starting mayhem. You know.
Yes. Yes. How are you, love?
I'm good. I had to mess with Tina today. I remember Tina told me she was going somewhere. I talked to her this week, but when we were talking, I was on my 5K walk, so I didn't remember everything she told me. And then I find out Patrice that she's on a train heading down south, and she said, "Oh, I'm in D.C." Now you tell me, I can't make it there. Yeah, I could have hung out with her for a little bit.
Is she passing through? She stopped in D.C.?
Yeah, she stopped in D.C. today. It was like about 2 or 3 o'clock, I think it was. I could have hung out with her a little bit, but
yeah. No, she's on that train. She's been posting. She's on the train. She must be in a car with some noisy people.
Hey, Tina, what's going on?
People who fuss and cussing.
Yeah, hoping she got some power.
And screaming babies.
Yeah. I don't know. It might be pretty good on the train. A lot of people like to catch the Greyhound or something, the Trailways or something like that. So she might be all right. Train kind of expensive.
Yeah, but the buses they've gotten better over the years.
Yeah.
Back in the day it was rough riding that bus.
That's a matter of opinion too.
They've gotten a little bit more comfortable.
My mom rides
the Wi-Fi on the bus.
My mom rides the bus, and she could tell you some stories coming from Ocean City. So she actually catches a private shuttle now. So I don't know. That's a matter of opinion too.
Oh wow,
That's
true. That's true. Bus, train,
Yeah,
it all works.
That's right. Now, Paula G, the show is with you. We got you till the next 15 minutes. We're going to talk to you till 10 o'clock. But I want you to hang out with me if you can. Well, we got Mr. James Deshay coming on the show, and I want you to help me interview him. He has a business, and I know you know about business, so we'll talk to him about how to become a millionaire. Because that's his mission right now, to help people. That's right. Get money.
Help people become millionaires. I might have to take notes myself.
That's right. He said it can happen with this proven system. You just got to apply yourself, commit yourself. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, look, the first question is, I read your bio. So the first question is who? I know there's a lot in the bio, but still the first question is who is Paula G, the voice?
Who is Paula G, the voice? Paula G, the voice is a woman over the last several years who has transformed from who she was to who she is today. We always talk about walking in our dream and doing that thing that we've always wanted to do. And Paula G has taken that leap of faith, and she has done what it is that she needs to do to begin to walk in that dream and in that thing that she has wanted to do. I've wanted to do radio for a number of years, and when God gives you with something, when he gives you a talent, he gives you that gift, you have to be prayerful about recognizing the opportunities. When he presents those opportunities to you to expand on those gifts and step out on those gifts, you have to be able to recognize those opportunities. But the only way that you can recognize those opportunities is if you spend time with God on a regular basis. And that is what I've done all my life and what I continue to do. And he provided an opportunity for me on Survival Radio Network.
Amen.
To have my own show, the Paula G Show, which airs Wednesdays at 8:30 in the evening on Wednesday evenings. It's a live podcast. And I've been on air for the last 3 years, well, actually 3 years of my own show, and a year prior with a co-host. As you mentioned on my bio, I volunteer with the Georgia Radio Reading Service, which has really been fulfilling for me. It's an internet radio station for the blind and visually impaired. And the reason I got involved with it is, one, because it gave me an opportunity to practice my craft, broadcasting live as well as voiceover and recording audiobooks. But also, some years ago when my father was very ill, he was an avid reader, and he got to a point where he could no longer read the paper, on his own or whatever it was that he enjoyed reading. So, we would read to him, and other individuals that were in the hospital and around him and so forth. So it's a personal thing for me in regard to volunteering with the Georgia Radio Reading Service, and then also voiceover. I've always loved to use my voice to speak to the masses, and I've had the opportunity to record several audiobooks and have had the opportunity to audition for a few commercials and things of that nature. So it just really, really, truly has been a journey for me. And then this past weekend, had the opportunity to co-host. It was a live streaming event, the Bottom to the Top Tour, which was hosted by CS Inspires and Man Rise Up, Dr. Ed Womack, and Mr. Cornelius Stafford. And, Jerry, that was a powerful event because everyone on the platform had literally been from the bottom to the top, from a drug dealer, from molestation, from rape, suicidal ideation, incarceration. There was a gentleman that had been charged with attempted murder. There were individuals with in health crisis, divorce law, you name it.
Yeah,
and they shared their experience during the time that they were at the bottom. And for some of them, they were down there for a minute. We're talking years, as a drug addict, or years in prison, or years enduring domestic violence. And at some point in that journey, they made the decision, that conversation in between their ears, they made that decision to turn their life around, and then they began to take the step to turn their life around. And it wasn't easy because a lot of them were sharing how, they were making that journey. You know how you take 10 steps forward and sometimes, you wind up with 20, 30 steps backwards. It was a journey for them to get literally from the bottom to the top. And now today, most of them are successful businessmen, businesswomen. Some of them are in the counseling field. They're writers, they're speakers, and they're just a testimony to what can happen and how you can turn your life on, how you can transform your life. We often hear about motivational speakers, and there's great respect for motivational speakers. Mm-hmm. But there's something about transformation and a transformational speaker. When you motivate someone, you pour into them and you give them that energy, you're their cheerleader, you motivate them, encourage them to move forward. But when you give them something to transform their life, you're giving them something to actually change their lives. And these individuals, as they were sharing the stories, they shared what they did to rise out of those situations. And then also they left the audience with 3 strategies, 3 suggestions, 3 pointers, things that they could do themselves, tangible things that they could do themselves to help themselves, rise out of the situation. So just a powerful event, and just very honored and humbled to have been a part of that event. And I've got a couple of other live events. I got one this weekend, got one next weekend, got another one in Augusta next month, where I'll be hosting and also serving as a panel moderator. So Paula G is a woman, transformation, and she is definitely enjoying the journey and the opportunities that God is placing before her at this season in her life.
Amen. Awesome. Well, you've been a busy bee, and I was going to say that that program was very powerful. The one you were you was co-hosting, the guy that put that program on. Tell us a little bit about him, because I wasn't familiar with him.
It was Cornelius Stafford and Edward Womack, and they were working together on this particular platform. But they both have a platform of empowerment, and Cornelius's platform is, he considers himself a virtual mentor. We talk about mentorship when we talk about mentoring our young men and our young women, and being a mentor is a huge responsibility. And I get real sensitive when we start talking about mentoring. I get real sensitive because I mentor several young people, and for me, mentoring is a lifetime commitment. My youngest mentee is 14, 15 years old. My more seasoned, I won't call her the oldest, my more seasoned just turned 40 this year. And when you mentor someone and you pour into the life, it's a lifetime commitment. And he has a platform where he has this program, and it's a virtual mentoring program. A lot of our young people, their connection is mostly social media and the internet and so forth. So he has a virtual mentoring program where he has different, what he calls virtual tours. So there may be different live streaming events that he will host, to where all of those who are mentees of him around the country, and for some that are out of the country, they join this virtual tour, if you will. Mm-hmm. And he just speaks into them, and he pours into them, the variety of issues that our young people are dealing with, just speaking into them and pouring into them and giving them encouragement and giving them something that they can utilize for their respective situations. And then Ed, he started with Survival Radio Network a while back. And his platform is Man Rise Up. And his movement is to work with other men, or create a platform for men to be motivated, to be transformed, resources for men that may be dealing with a variety of different issues. And it's just a great support and great platform, for our brothers, because, y'all, I love my brothers. Y'all have so much that you're dealing with, and so many challenges. And I think sometimes we as sisters don't necessarily do what we need to do to support you. Sometimes we do, and, sometimes we fall short of that. So he has created a platform where he has provided, that support and that motivation for the brothers. But then he's also created an opportunity for, those of us sisters who are looking to be supportive and looking to see what it is that we can do to support our brothers. So just two powerful gentlemen, Dr. Ed Womack and Cornelius Stafford, just making a difference.
That's right.
Making a tangible difference. That was the tour that we had this Saturday was the first one, the bottom to the top was the very first one, and it was powerful. It really, really was powerful.
Are they planning on doing more programming like that?
Oh, yes. That is going to be an annual event. That is going to be an annual. Like I said, it was the first year, so, there was some anytime you do something for the first time, you're going to run into some snags, especially when you're talking virtual, some technical issues, things of that nature. But definitely, each year.
Yeah, you know what? Watching that program, I saw they ran into a couple of problems you and I had when we first launched Quiet Storm, and then when we went Google Hangout Live on Facebook, and they had the same similar issue. And it got to be the program, too, because they don't give you a whole lot of instruction. You got to take those classes. If you're one of those people think you can look at one video and you got it, it's not going to work with this. You got to really spend some time with this thing. And
then sometimes you can't really, per se, test certain things until you go live. You can rehearse it, because we had a dress rehearsal that Friday evening. So we went through the whole format and the technical aspects and so forth.
But did they go live though?
But
they didn't go
on
live?
Friday. Yes, we did a live test on Friday. Now, not everyone was there, so that kind of made a difference as well. But the day of an event, and when you're talking about live streaming, you're talking about timing. If people are showing up on time, or if there's a glitch, or there's all kinds of things.
And I had sent you a message too.
Technology.
And remember, I sent you a message too. I said I learned something from watching that, and I think you kind of caught one part of it, but the other part was I said if I had to do something like that, I wouldn't go live. I think I would just go ahead and record it, and make sure everybody got it right. And because people are not going to be on time, so sometimes you can do 2-3 takes, and then I would just go to the editing room, edit it, and then broadcast it and market that bad boy for 2 weeks, and then because it looked like it's too much work for the amount of people that do come in and watch it live, and then for the technical stuff you run into, because a lot of the software is still new. They just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
And if you're not really properly trained, because that program is a real broadcasting software. If you don't really have no experience working switchers, and switchers are really the primary way you're supposed to do that, but they have found a way to do it with the software, which is still running into some technical issues because of the systems. The systems are still upgrading, especially Windows 10, and then you got the new versions out. So, but hey, they did a great job though, dealing with what
they worked it out. I have not seen the complete finished product because I was only supposed to be there for a couple of hours, I think, from maybe 10 to 1 or something like that. But I wound up staying co-hosting all day, which was great because I got the chance to see, all of the presenters. But the feedback that we've gotten so far from the audience has just been, phenomenal. People that were watching, that were just in the midst of some of those situations, and being able to see someone that they can relate to, who has gone through that same situation and was able to, really give them some powerful feedback to, assist them out of those, situations. And I'm telling you, you never know. You can look at someone and you just never, ever know their journey.
You don't.
You never know what someone has been through, especially when they don't wear it, when they don't wear what they've been through. There's some people that you can tell that have been through a lot because they wear it. But, when you've got someone that doesn't wear the journey, That's a powerful testimony, powerful testimony. But it was awesome because they, part of their task was to lead the audience with what we call 3 takeaways. 3 things that the audience could utilize, at that moment to help them, rise above or rise from wherever their, respective situations were as well. So it was just an awesome program, and I was just really happy to be a part of it. Really happy to be a part of it.
That was a blessing. That was a blessing. I say kudos to those 2 gentlemen and you for giving those people an opportunity to share their testimonies with the world, because that's what they were doing. Like you said, there's people going through some stuff like that, and they think they're alone. I mean, that's one of the things you hear a lot when you're watching, you watching some of these programming, especially when you're watching like Dr. Phil and in these programs, especially Steve. He's been pushing some of these kind of programs. These people feel like they in this, because last night my wife and I was watching this piece on bone marrow donors with Robin. I forgot Robin's last name, but she used to be Robin Roberts. We used to be with ESPN.
Right.
She the one started. Booyah.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Well, they shared. Well, they had a young guy who this woman who didn't know this family saved this kid's life, and he had him come on the show, and it was phenomenal. You just don't know what, and watching that, you're just like, wow, that's something that you hear people broadcast that on radio shows, say they're looking for a match, can you come on down, and people don't really know what it is, so they just say, oh, it sounds dangerous, and ignore it. But you're literally saving someone's life. You could be a match, because a lot of times your siblings may not be a match for you. And as you can see, Robin's doing really well. That little kid, he's now 14. I think he went through that like maybe 3-4 years ago. He didn't even know he was going to even see age 14. So that was powerful to have programming like that. So we got to do that.
Yeah.
Big for those people.
We do. We really do. And I think the thing that was so powerful about this particular program is these were individuals that anyone and everyone can relate to. Like there was one, and his name was Ben Graham.
Well, Big Mouth Ben.
And yes. And he spoke about being molested at a very young age, and how because that seed of trauma was planted in him at such a young age, how it manifested throughout his life. Because it was a lifelong wound that healed improperly. So he went from alcohol to drug dealing to drug use. And he was just kind of spiraling in that for years, until he made that decision at that moment to turn his life around. And he was saying that it wasn't an easy journey. He had to be prayerful, he had to be persistent, he had to persevere, and he had to really just commit to making those changes in his life. And it was really, really difficult. And then the things that he shared, in regard to how one can transform their life from his perspective, is he was saying you've got to surrender. You got to surrender it all. You've got to surrender it all to God. You got to be prayerful. You've got to stay in God's presence. That was his thing. You got to stay in God's presence and just surrender all of that. He said the drugs, the alcohol, the hustling, gangbanging, all that stuff. You have to surrender it. There's sacrifices that you have to make. You have to forgive, because there are people along the way that, hurt him deeply. He said he had to forgive in order to get to the point of having a pure heart, having a heart where, God can pour into him and not have bitterness in his heart. And his testimony was just very, 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 very moving. And now he's a speaker, he's a rap artist, he's an author, and, he showed some pictures of what he used to look like compared to what he looks like now. It's almost two different people, when he was strung out versus, what he looks like now. And that was just one of the stories. And then, of course, Blossom, our very own Blossom. I had the opportunity to interview Blossom, and, she shared her, she's very transparent. She shared her journey as well, living under a bridge, being homeless, dealing with drugs, alcohol, homosexuality, abuse, all of those things. She shared all of those things. And
we had old Blossom on here before. I love talking to Blossom.
Yeah.
Right,
her thing was forgiveness.
We got to take a quick break because we got guests coming up. So
all right.
Let me cut you off.
Yes.
But hold tight. All right, everybody. You're listening to XXI Positive Power with Paula G. We got James Deshay coming up in a few minutes. Hold tight for a quick commercial break with Laurie Robinson.
Entertainment News Report, brought to you this week by GospelUpdates.com, the Gospel Updates mobile app, as well as the Gospel Updates e-magazine. Welcome to Gospel Updates. My guest today is Derek Doc Pearson. He has a brand new project titled I Still Do. The single is titled I Still Do. It's available at all digital download stations. It is inspiring and romantic music for the Christian marriage community. Doc Pearson, welcome to the broadcast.
Brother Larry, thank you for having me, man. It's a pleasure to be on with you. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Now listen, the saints of God not supposed to listen to secular music.
Let's make it real clear. We're talking about married folk here.
Okay.
And the married Christian community should keep romance in their relationships. It's one of the problems in our divorce life and our marriage life. Why our divorce rate is so high.
Is God even interested in romance? Or is he interested in just us fasting and praying?
No, not in. We're natural beings. We have to eat. We should love. We're in marriage. We should have romance. In marriage, we should have a relationship between husband and wife. That's important. And now we're not talking about single folks now. We're talking about married folks. And romance is important in the marriage to keep the marriage strong. And that's what we're trying to encourage people. First and foremost, Christ is important. Once Christ is important, it's focused in the marriage, then we can also add in romance as well. That's very important in our marriage.
I got it. I Still Do, the current single from Doc Pearson, inspiring and romantic music for the married folk. It's available at all digital download stations. Thank you, Doc, for being a guest on the broadcast today.
It's my pleasure, man. God bless you. Talk to you soon.
This has been your Gospel Entertainment News Report. I'm your host, Larry W. Robinson. For more news, download my mobile app. Search Gospel Updates in your app store, as well as visit GospelUpdates.com.
You are listening to Jerry Royce Live Worldwide Podcast.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us, everybody. We appreciate you guys checking us out. What's up, Patrice and Paulette and Cassandra and Daynette and Lacey. That's right. Lacey's going to be my guest, my first guest for, that's right, The Big Secret, Living with Diabetes. Tune in Sunday, 9 o'clock. She will be calling in from South Africa. That's right, her life living with diabetes type 1. Now, this is a show that's very dear to my heart because I feel like we can help a lot of people who are suffering in secret alone. That's right. Some of these people don't have medication. They don't have any doctor care, or they do. They have doctors who are like totally off base with what they're dealing with. I'm telling you. So I'm telling you what I've been reading. I've been on these support groups, and these groups are like 15, 16, 20, 30,000 strong. Everybody's confused. All right, y'all. Let's get James to say he's here to tell us how you can become a millionaire. And it's not that easy. Of course, a lot of us have been trying all our lives, and some of us just understanding what it takes. The internet is here now, and it's making more millionaires than ever. I wish I had those stats for you. So Paula's going to be here to help ask some questions to Mr. Deshay. He's very passionate about this business called WealthDadSystem.com. What's up, Mr. Deshay? My friend, what's going on, my man? What's up?
Hey, everything is fine and lovely, and I'm always excited to spend some time talking with you and talking about the kinds of things that I'm doing and the journey I'm undertaking.
Amen. Just right. James and I had an opportunity to talk because I said, James, everybody's a little confused. They went out to the site, and he said all these people coming out to the site and he's signing up, but it's like how you view the 7 videos. The 7 videos. Talk to us, James. How do we find out? How do we learn about this business?
Well, of course, one of the things that's real important is you want to be able to duplicate the success of others. And this is one of those wonderful duplicating businesses where you let the website do all the explaining. You want to talk to the people who visited the website, look at the 7 videos. Those are people who've been on the site for about 45 minutes, looking at all the videos, listening to all the people who've gone through the program. And once they visit that site and went through the 7 videos, they're pretty much already decided what direction they want to go in. And what we're trying to do is just duplicate what entrepreneurs have been doing for years, is pooling their resources and putting themselves together and creating a vehicle that will give everybody the same opportunity if they're willing to work. And that's no get-rich-quick scheme, just methodical, consistent work that people who really want to get outside of their box and live a life outside of the normal 40 hours a week. You know, we have to find a way to accumulate wealth outside of our ability to work 40, 50, and 60 hours. We want to create an environment that allows money to be earned while we are working or while we're enjoying life.
You know what, James? And I'm gonna give Paula a chance to ask you a question too. It's funny you bring that up about those hours. I was just looking at a show today, a podcast that this radio station had with this young guy. He started his company at 22 years old. His main function was he wanted to build an empire for his kids, you know, because he had a 4-month-old kid. And he was at the office and he coughed. And when he looked at what he coughed a little bit of blood, right? So then he went to the bathroom and it happened again. So then he got a little concerned. He took himself to the hospital, right? Found out that he was bleeding inside. Something had ruptured or something. But he said all this time, all he thought about was putting in all these hours, 40, 50, 60 hours, and longer, because it's his business. And he got people working for him. But after he went through all of that, because I don't have time to go through this whole story because this is your show, he realized that part of it wasn't that important anymore. He said the business was doing well enough that it could work itself because he had good employees and he could spend more time with his family. He said that's part of the goal now, is to build wealth to be able to spend more time with your family. That's important to a lot of people now. You hear Grant Cardone saying the same thing. You want to build the wealth, but you still want to spend the time with your family. So should people be deciding to find a platform that gives you both worlds? Is that important to people, what you're finding out?
And take advantage of the fact that you are working, okay? While you're working, you want to find something that you can create that will work after you retire and continue to make money for you a long term, and reduce your number of hours that you have to work. We all realize if you're willing to work 80 hours, you can double your salary, but then you're not going to have much time to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And so what you want to do is reduce your number of hours of working and increase your cash flow so that you can enjoy making money. And the internet allows you to do that because the internet and social media is working while you are doing whatever you need to do, while you're sleeping, while you are at your 40-hour job, the internet is working. So you want to utilize those tools in the internet that allow you to have a presence despite the fact that you're not on the internet 24 hours a day.
That's right. That's right. Paula, you have anything to add to that?
I do. Good evening, my brother. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Wonderful, wonderful. You know, at the top of the show, when Jerry was reading my bio, I have this platform, the greatest conversation you will ever have is the one that takes place in between your ears because it drives your destiny. So with that being said, what mindset change? Because we have an employee mindset. We're talking about that 40-hour week, 60 hours a week. We have that employee mindset. What needs to take place in someone's mindset in order for them to make this transition into looking at different ways to generate income where they can step outside of that 40 to 60-hour a week job and build wealth?
Well, it's understandable that everybody wants to have a career. But what's very important beyond having a career is being able to make a difference. And not only a difference in your life, but a difference in your children's life and a difference in the lives of your grandchildren. A 40-hour-a-week job is not going to make a difference in your grandchildren's life because it's not going to extend beyond the time you're willing to put in. And so while you're working, whatever number of hours you're working, you ought to be working as well, trying to work your way out of the job. And so the vastness of the internet is creating an opportunity for people who are willing to put in 3 or 4 hours for their legacy to make a difference. And I think that this, what I've gotten involved in, does that. And I wish I had seen it earlier. So there's nothing but an extended opportunity to work your way out of a job and then keep a legacy for your children.
Wow,
that's powerful, James.
Wow, and that takes change. It's sort of like what we do. We've got this day job, but then also we're coming home and, like you said, spending those X number of hours committed to building that legacy, becoming millionaires. But it does take work, and it does take that transition, and it does take that change in mindset and discipline.
And you want to make a difference in the lives of the people who surround you. A lot of us have a heart for people, and but you can't have a heart for people if all you can do is pay your own bills. And so you have to establish a way to give you an opportunity, and Wealth Dad Systems does that. It gives you an opportunity to put in some extended hours for yourself so that you can make a difference and work your way out of a job. And so I just employ people or encourage people to call 407-459-4827 and just listen to that call and see if it is something that matches with their way of thinking, and so that they can move forward. And what you want to do is have something, again, that not only works for you, but works for your kids and your grandkids, so you establish a legacy that lives beyond just your dreams, but in the dreams of others.
That's right.
Wow.
Say that phone number again, James. What's that number again?
It's 407-459-4827. And that gives you the overall perspective of what Wealth Dad System is. So after you listen to that call, then you go to the website, wealthdadsystems.com. Look at that 7 videos. And this is a vehicle that those people who don't mind making phone calls, don't mind sending emails, and creating traffic to their website. Because the people you want to talk to are the people who go to your website, look at it, like it, and who then you want to talk to in email or text and get them involved and share what it is you're doing and see so that they can see themselves doing the same thing.
And you know what, James?
The website does all the work for you.
And James, I'm going to tell you, one of the things you and I was talking about when we was talking about marketing and people promoting themselves, 'cause that's some of the conversation that's coming out there now about internet radio, the performing artists, management. Where are people putting their money now to promote what they're doing? And one of the things that's coming out there that is just the industry is saturated with terrestrial radio and internet radio now, but it's a lot of people though. I think the numbers are 9 billion. I think 1 billion people is on Facebook every day. They open it up where you can promote your businesses. Of course, you can't do all this stuff on your personal page. That's why I'm in Facebook jail right now.
Right.
Doing this. I supposed to be on my other page, and sometimes I get it mixed up where I'm at. So anyway,
jail.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook jail. I can't visit the groups right now. So because I had.
But Jerry, this is the greatest level playing field in existence. We couldn't play in the TV market. We couldn't play in the radio market.
Right.
But every person who has a computer can play in the social media market and can learn the tricks and the trades and take advantage of radio. I have my own radio show 7 days a week. So I'm loving it. I mean, but I could do that. What I'm doing in the internet market, I could never do on my own. And so we have the ability to even reach more people than TV, the NBC reaches. And so we just have to be prepared to take advantage of this level playing field and be willing to be committed and dedicated to doing it on a schedule that we make for ourselves. It doesn't have to be a schedule that other people make for you, but a schedule you make for yourself.
Yes. That's the truth. You controlling your destiny. And you're right, because before, when you were doing a business like you have now, you had to invite your family or friends to come over to your house, trick them in most cases, tell them you're having a party, a dinner party, and next thing you know, you're popping out your suitcase with all these products, and you're trying to sign them up and get them to pay money, and people still doing those kind of parties. I think they still do that with pre-legal services. They still do that.
Right.
But now with business like yours and some of the other ones out there doing wellness products, I think the internet is giving you hope, giving you a better future, better opportunity to make the money. It's the amount of work. Because I remember putting flyers in people's mailboxes and hitting parking lots and getting chased away by security. When I was doing multi-level marketing, which I love. I used to love multi-level marketing because it teaches you everything. Because they have covered everything legally, branding, you name it. They covered it all. Even bringing in expert speakers.
One of the things that I want to share with people is that I just, again, recently retired. And after doing 30 years, I decided, hey, look, if not now, when? Mm-hmm. And so I could have continued to work and make a comfortable amount of money, but not really make a difference in anyone's lives but my own. And so I wanted to go out and just go out on faith and say, listen, I want to create something for myself, something that I can be mine, that I can share with the people that I love. And I couldn't share my teaching job with the people I love. I mean, that wasn't my job. It was somebody's job that they loaned it to me for 30 years, but it would never be mine. And so I wanted to be involved in something that was going to be mine and that I could pass on to other people. And I call this my second phase of life. Yeah. And this second phase of life is committed to me making a difference in my life and my children's life and the lives of those people who cross my path.
That's right. That's a blessing right there. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick music break. When we come back, we're going to finish talking to James Deshay, and we got Paula G from Survival Radio Network, and you can catch you on Positive Power WXI of the Quiet Storm at midnight on Fridays. So hold tight, y'all. This one right here is called BYOB. I love this song.
Saru Beats.
Doors open at 7. Everybody here cause the party end at 11. It's 6:35 and we already live. Got the music top notch DJing. It's the Reverend High. Or should I say Bishop? Lines at the door, ready for that free admission. You can hear the bass outside in the distance. Inside beat hitting like Sonny Liston. Members of the church fellowshipping on the dance floor. Non-members too, everybody get their jam on. Tell them turn it up when the jam on. Put it on repeat, gon' get your dance on. No liquor, no beer, no smoke, no cussing, no twerking, no cough, no choke, no backing nothing up except the car that you drove. Cause we still Christ-like, even when we in the zone, huh? Let the music take control of you. This is spirit-filled party, let it grow on you. Bring no ID, BYOB, that's the only thing you need, boy, I told you. See, hands get the clapping, toes get the tapping. That's the Holy Ghost moving, glory to the captain. Ain't nobody standing on the wall looking absent, cause everybody out there on the floor making it happen. So, let the music take control of you. This is spirit-filled party, let it grow on you. Bring no ID, BYOB, that's the only thing you need, boy, I told you. So bring your own Bible. Bring your own Bible. Yeah, so bring your own Bible. Yeah, I say bring your own Bible. Yeah, This ain't your ordinary party, nah. See, we praise Christ, still party hard. You wouldn't expect this coming from God's army, huh? See, we edify him to let him know we love him, bruh. We unashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Romans 1:16, I was screaming for life, but while the beat steady kicking, I'ma get on the flow and do exactly what I'm feeling. Give me the microphone and say exactly what I'm thinking. Got the missionaries with me and we all about business. We tell you about the atonement, how we died and it was risen for the sins we commit, and now we've all been forgiven. Hold up, and let the music take control of you. This spirit-filled party, let it grow on you. Bring no ID, BYOB, that's the only thing you need, boy. I told you, so bring your own Bible. Huh? Bring your own Bible. Yeah. So bring your own Bible. Yeah. Yeah. I said bring your own Bible. There you go. We turned up, house party straight packed though. Sweat rolling shirt stuck to your back though. Women's hair straight looking like an afro. We got the spirit in us, we know how to act, bro. We in a circle, ain't nobody playing back row. Hit the middle for the spotlight, there you go. You gotta fit it, let me see you dip your hat low. Ain't gon' do it like a prokes. When the hands get to clapping, toes get to tapping. That's the Holy Ghost moving, glory to the captain. Ain't nobody standing on the wall looking absent, cause everybody out there on the floor making it happen. So let the music take control of you. This is spirit-filled party, let it grow on you. Bring no ID, BYOB. Tell the devil back, move over, and bring your own Bible. Bring your own Bible. Yeah. So bring your own Bible. Yeah. Yeah. I say bring your own Bible. There you go.
All right. That was Bring Your Own Bible by Jarrell Golden. That's right. Love his music, man. We got another one for you that we're going to close the show. And, man, you know what? I forgot, I think Miguel was supposed to be on tonight, but he wasn't on the schedule. He must have had some system problem. We're going to reschedule him. I thought he was Monday. I don't know what happened. But we're gonna work with him and get him back on here. All right? Because he said he had some problems with his phone, too. All right, everybody. We talking to James to say we got a few more minutes with him and Paula G. We talking about working on becoming a millionaire. And there was a guy was actually talking about that today. I was watching Larry, what's Larry's last name? Well, he's been on for years. He had Tony Robbins on, and Tony Robbins has a new book out. He hasn't written a book in about 20 years, and this is basically a theory that he came up with some guy he had worked with for like 5 years that was really bright when it comes to making money. And it's talking to people like Warren Buffett and them, and they talk about how to make money off of the investments, the industry, and he talked about how billionaires and millionaires make their money. They don't take risks like we thought. They take the least likely risks. And I didn't know that. I thought they took risks. He said, no, they don't try to lose money. They only want to make money. So they look for those opportunities. And a lot of times that exists right on your job. You start a job when you're 18 years old and you start investing 10% of your salary or 6%, whatever the high is, and the company match it. And every time you get a raise, he said you invest that back into your retirement. And by the time you retire in about 40 years, you're supposed to, they estimate you should have a great lump sum of money waiting for you, if you're blessed enough to make it that far. But that was interesting. Any young person hear that probably should jump on that right away. So it's too late for some of us. We're just trying to retire on pension. All right. James Deshay. So
Jerry, one of the things we need to do is stop buying a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, we do.
Say that again, James.
We need to stop buying a bunch of stuff. We buy so much non-essential stuff. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the reasons why we can't invest or take advantage of opportunities that become available to us, because the market is, the people are marketing to us a bunch of cheap stuff, and we're buying that stuff, and we're not able to invest in ourselves and in our family because we just have a lot of stuff.
That's right. People are not putting money away for a rainy day, Mm-hmm. Yeah, but James, just think about back in the day when, we rode horses. You know, you seen that one cowboy had that really good looking horse. You know, that pretty black stallion didn't come cheap, man. But you admired that stallion. You know, he made you feel good when you rode him. Isn't that kind of similar to driving a 300 horsepower sports car? You know, you work hard all your life. You want to get behind the wheel of something nice, you know, instead of driving a hoopty, whatever. Chance it may not start.
But you know what? Can I just say something to that? I love a nice car. Don't get me wrong, but I just cannot comprehend that much money sitting out in the street.
That's when you got to buy a house with a garage. You put it in the garage.
I cannot imagine that much money sitting in the garage.
Yeah, but just think, if you're a millionaire, a multi-millionaire, you got to put it somewhere, especially if you own a business. One of the best write-offs that I had with my publishing company was our vehicles, because we had to use the vehicles to travel.
Yeah.
And they were great. So we had a cheap one. We didn't get much of a write-off. So we bought like Volvos.
I just don't see putting that much money into a vehicle.
Once you have more than enough money and you don't have a whole lot to do with it and you want to buy that vehicle, fine.
Yeah.
But in most cases, we're spending the money that could make us rich on things like having a television in every room, because they only cost $150 a piece. So we got 100. We got one in every room. We got 4 or 5 microwaves. We're getting a new phone every 6 months, and that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. The market is impacting us with buying. You know, some people have 3 and 4 closets full of clothes.
What they call that, butter?
And
they depreciate.
And all shoes they can't never wear. So that's what's stifling most middle class people from investing in stuff that really will get them to being millionaires. But it's all around in stuff.
Yeah, James,
so we need to refrain from buying stuff and being prepared to invest in stuff, something that's going to give you the money that you need to go to the next level.
But you know, James, that's when it comes to those seminars and things. Like you got to remember, man, most of the people you're talking about that's doing that, they probably never been exposed to that type of talk before. So, you know, like say you didn't have a father that was dragging you off to seminars or his business, and you were watching how frugal he was with his. Like my dad was very frugal. He had a car that he bought used, and it was dependable, and it took him. And he liked the car. That's the main thing. He liked it. You know, he felt like putting money into it. But he worked hard because he wanted to see us go to college, and then he wanted to see us to be able to own a home and be able to take vacations and stuff like that. You know, that's what they taught you in America was, you know, buy a car, get a home with a white picket fence, and take vacation. They didn't say invest in America. Remember when people was investing in those bonds and everything, they didn't give you no return. It's like you got back what you put in it. So people didn't really know. They didn't share that kind of information like they doing. And a lot of us, like I said, it's late for a lot of us, but we can teach the younger people this, what you're talking about right now. Now, let me ask you this, James.
But when the light turns on, no matter where you are, when the light turns on, you need to be paying attention and doing what it takes to make a difference in your life.
That's true.
Here I am at 57, and we're all, you know, in our society, we're living a lot longer. I have 3 aunts who are 80-plus years old who don't seem like they're going to stop. So should I at 57 keep doing the wrong thing until I get 80? Or should I do the right thing and change my direction so that not only do I make my life better, but make those who follow after me their lives better?
That's true.
And that's what it needs to be about. It needs to be about us changing our direction so that the lives of those who we love and who cross our path will be changed as well.
All right, guys, we got to get ready to get out of here. But, James, we really appreciate that. And one of the things that, you know, I like to hear you say, too, is you're going into these high schools and teaching these kids the stuff you know now, the hard road you took, you know, even though you have picked up now momentum and doing something about it because you see yourself living 30 more, 40 more years. I say let's pass the information down to some of these young people, too, because as soon as they get in college and before they graduate, they're going to be in debt because somebody's going to give them a credit card, a loan for a car, and a $90,000 loan coming out of school from the get-go because now school's costing $20,000 and $30,000 a year for a kid to go to school. So they need to learn what you know now. So let's hear about these seminars for these young people. All right, y'all. This is Double XI, another segment of Wealth Systems, Wealth Dad System. Don't forget you can visit Mr. Deshay's website at www.wealthdadsystem.com. All right, James, before you go, man, give us your final thoughts.
And call 407-459-4827.
Oh, I think I did have that number wrong, man. I put the wrong number out there. But anyway, go ahead and give everybody your final thoughts, man, for the night show. Give them the phone number again, give them your website, and then we can get on out of here. All
okay,
right?
Call 407-459-4827 and visit my website, wealthdadsystems.com, and look at the 7 videos and give me a call and let's talk about how you can change your life, and not only change your life, but the life of your children and your grandchildren. And we need to start doing what is in the best interest of not only ourselves, but our community.
That's right. Instead of giving him $150 tennis shoes, give him a savings bond or something, right? For Christmas.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
All right, Paula G., thank you so much for joining. We will talk to you tomorrow night. We got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Remember I was telling you earlier what we do with the show.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us out there on Facebook Live. We really appreciate you guys. And again, James will be back again. He's one of our sponsors. So we're going to learn more and more about the program as he learned more about the program. All right, let's get out of here, everybody. I'm Jerry Woods Live Worldwide, Positive Power, Double XI. All right, James, before you go, man, did you feel the power? Did you feel the power, Double XI? James, you still there? I guess he gone. Paula G., did you feel the power? Feel the power.
I feel the power, love. I feel the power.
Right. There's James. James, did you feel the power, man?
Oh, yes. Always, brother. Always.
Right, man. You be back. James will be back. Talk more about it. Got any questions after going out to his website? He will be back. We will be announcing when James Deshay will be back. We want to see some millionaires come out of this program. All right? Because he said last time I talked to him, he had 150 people did visit the website. So this sign up is not going to cost you a dime to sign up to find out how to access the 7 videos. Okay? Like he said, call them. Find out how you can make money. All right, don't forget to visit lose5pounds in5days.info. Awesome products. Health and wellness, y'all. They swore they had helped people reverse diabetes and other problems they were having in their life. Cardiovascular problems, circulation, numbness, you name it. So I'm on the path, y'all. I'm getting tired of that medication. All right, y'all. We out.
Hi, this is Nina Taylor from the Gospel News, and you're listening to Positive Power 21 Christian Radio with Jerry Royce, live worldwide.
Hi, I'm Larry W. Robinson, host of Gospel Updates, your gospel entertainment news report. And you're listening to Positive Power 21 Christian Radio with Jerry Royce, live worldwide.